Oh, hey there, good morning. I got going semi-early. Early for me this morning. It's 10:30 and I've already had breakfast, which is not breakfast appetizer, but actually breakfast. Oh, by the way, hey there, I'm Trihrdrgrl. If you're new here, I believe you're meant to be here. So hit that subscribe wherever it is on this page. Breakfast this morning, I was craving some sunny side up eggs, a waffle, and yogurt with some granola. We got a swim here this morning and I'm gonna get it in before I go pick the teenager up from school at 1 o'clock. So I got to get to the pool between like 11:30 and noon to be able to get then my swim in before 1. We're gonna braid our hair, so let's do that together. I don't think we've done that on this channel before, but it's kind of like just my favorite way to, I'm running low on this stuff. This is like a braid balm. My hair is, this isn't like a braggy thing, but it's just the way my hair is. It's smooth, soft, doesn't have to be washed a whole lot, doesn't get greasy. And when it comes to braiding hair, if your hair is like super soft and clean, I ran and biked yesterday and I just put a little bit of dry shampoo just for smell purposes in it. Like I didn't even fully wash it yesterday. I usually wash it like 3, maybe 4 times a week at the most, and only condition it twice. And I condition it after I swim. So here nor there, this little Brady Balm stuff makes your hair a little greasier, it makes it easier to hold on to the braid, all of that. So this is my favorite way to wear my hair when swimming. Definitely, you always see me in space buns, but when running, just because that's easy. Braiding is obviously a process, and space buns, I can just curl my hair or twirl my hair and put it up. But unfortunately for triathlon, you can't do space buns because they do not fit under the helmet. Now I've thought about during transition, like just wearing my hair in a low pony, like tucking my hair into my cap for the swim and then wearing it in a low pony for the bike, because sometimes even the braids, if they're not done right, they don't lay flat enough to fit under the helmet correctly. I really don't like my helmet right now, but it was an expensive helmet, so I'm using it for now until I can figure something else out. But sometimes if I don't braid my hair right, or don't make it as flat, it will bother me. So here nor there, I was saying, I've thought about leaving my hair down and then doing space buns really quick in transition for a run, but I know there's people that do, and they have a process and they do it. So I'm not judging you guys, but who wants to be thinking about me not being one of the who's, their hair during transition? And so a French braid is the easiest way to not think about my hair the whole time. And it doesn't even get in my way. It doesn't bother me. And of course I always wear a headband too, a junk headband. So obviously not while swimming. That's something I do add on during bike transition, but it's pretty easy. I usually just have it sitting there with my socks and shoes and it goes over my head. So it's not a big deal, especially because it helps under the bike helmet to like guard against anything there. So yeah, that's why I do the Frenchy braids. I've seen people wear hair differently. I've thought about cutting my hair off again and just wearing it short and not having to deal with hair, period. But I rebelled a little bit when I was a teen. Not in the sense, I was actually a pretty like goody two shoes type good kid, not rebel in the way of, like I didn't do drugs, I didn't get in trouble, but my mom loved my long hair, and me and my mom did not get along, and I didn't know that when I was a teenager, because she had so much trouble with my sister that my troubles with her really didn't stand out as not getting along with her. But internally, obviously, my brain knew I wasn't getting along with her, and she loved my long hair. And at one point I cut it all off and even shaved it, did the very short around the sides, spiky on top, kind of 90s androgynous model type look. But I was 6 foot tall, 220 pounds with linebacker shoulders. And so I wasn't the model kid, and I didn't like it, and I didn't get called good names because of it. And I got called sir a lot, even though I'm not a sir. And yeah, all of that. And so that messed with my psyche, I'm guessing, as a teenager. I would care less now, like if anybody called me a sir, as long as I'm confident in the cut. But like, there was this, let me tie these off. Okay, so I was saying that in the time that I grew up, which that was late 90s, to have a not that it's any better now, but to have a non-gender identifying look, or to have a look that is different than your sex that you were born with, was not really accepted. And the thing is, like, even there were so many social norms set up about even being like a tomboy. Like, I was a tomboyish girl, and I felt that I needed to be a certain way because that's how it was represented. I played sports and did basketball, and I was a larger girl, so I felt that I couldn't even do girly because that wasn't supposed to be my role. And so later in life, now I kind of embrace the long hair in the sense that I like some of my feminine side. So like that is kind of that feminine, but it's like a struggle because I don't really like doing my hair. I'd rather it just be a bright color and stand out compared to be long and obnoxious. But there are days when I do my hair and I'm like, I'm glad it's long. So it's a double-edged sword for sure. Just a little bit of my background since it's Friday, and while I post this, I will post this on what is the day after Friday, which is Saturday. But still, I try to do what's called Follow Me Friday, and that is just the sense that I'm trying to get 140,000 subscribers here on YouTube or followers on one of my channels, Instagram, TikTok, one of those things. So I just like to tell you a little bit about me and where I come from and what makes me me. So if you're here and you're listening, drop in the comments something that makes you you. I'm gonna finish braiding my hair and make a couple tiki-taki videos, and then we're gonna go swimming. One of my favorite parts of doing triathlon and running, and definitely when I was doing Spartan, is the many people that I get to meet along the way that also do the sport. And of course, you know, I do this to motivate other people to do whatever their best is today and not let their I want tos turn into I can'ts. But not only do you get to meet people during sport, but also just being out and about. When I'm in my neighborhood, people know me. So I've been walked up to at the grocery store before and asked, "Are you the one always out there running?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Or my neighbors are like, "We saw your hubby and you out there running." But one of the people or the peoples that are my biggest cheerleaders are the ladies at the pool. I didn't include them in the video, but they are in this video because I didn't really ask them to be in my video, and I don't like doing that in case, you know, they don't want to be in it. But they are some of my biggest cheerleaders, and it just goes to show, like, say hi to people, smile. You're going to be getting some extra cheerleaders just by being conversational and answer people's questions when they ask what you're doing. And you'll get a little joy from it. So even though you're being unselfish by talking to people, you're getting a little selfish happiness from it. Plus, you get some cheerleaders, and that's always nice. And maybe some new friends too. And just people that think about you and send good energy your way. To drop in the comments if you have anybody at either your pool or when you go out and run that have become your cheerleaders. A lot of times that's like someone at your local park or anything like that. So let me know. Is that something you have too? All right, time to head out for this run. I got a low heart rate run on the docket, so should get about 4 miles in an hour. Swim went awesome. I felt really good during my 50s, but like my watch is doing something kind of funny, so I hope it's not messed up for the run. We shall see. But it was literally counting my time as hours instead of minutes. So like every 50, it was taking me an hour and 48 minutes or an hour and 10. So even though like in the end, it still said I only swam for an hour 10 and it gave me the correct distance, the time was weird. I don't know what was going on. So then I go into like my Connect and it says like I burned like 10,000 calories or something insane. And so did like I do my Fitness Pal and stuff. And so I had to fix all that. And Strava even says that it was a 4-hour long workout. So I don't know. Anytime I went back to just do, if I did it as a drill. I was like, what was I thinking? If I recorded it as just a drill and then that worked and the time was fine. And then the first one after the drill worked. But anytime I went into auto, because I put mine on auto, if I start, it automatically starts my time. It added an hour every time or an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know what it was doing. It's weird. We'll find out Monday if it was just a weird fluke or, I don't know. I might see if Garmin has an update. Like I said, I hope we're good on the run. I'll check in throughout and let you know. 2 miles in, 25 minutes. So a little over 2 miles because I hit 2 miles at like 24:30. I'm at a 12:15 pace for my low heart rate. I haven't been able to do like better than a like 13:40 pace. So body's growing or my heart rate's just low today. Who knows? I don't think it's the watch because there was a timing issue on that. So, and time looks good on here and I'm not pressing lap or anything on this one. I'm just going. So heart rate's really low now. Got to get back to it. I got 4 miles in and I still have 10 minutes. That's the most time I've had left with 4 miles in. I wasn't even getting 4 miles in on a couple of these a month ago. So I will take it. And let's run these 10 more minutes. 5 miles, 12:25 pace. Let's see. Average heart rate 129. It was supposed to stay under 134. Yes, this is the best low heart rate I've ever run. Heart rate run. And it felt so good. So I don't know. I'm super excited and keep my body healthy. We're gonna go stretch. It's pretty nice out. It's a little warm. There's a little humidity in the air. I won't complain about humidity though, because I know we don't really get it here. It's pretty darn dry, but when we do, you can feel it. And it's only like 30%. But there's some rain coming in and we're getting a little cool front. Yeah. Yes. That's awesome. Let's go. This is from the app called Tridot. You get ponies and ponycorns and unicorns when you get a perfect on your workout. So I did it perfectly. I'm so excited. Day 15 of washing my face in a row. Am I seeing a difference in my face? Yes. Am I tracking that? No. Again, this is more for making those habits into just daily things and motivating other people to do so. Just track it. Track it every day. There's like apps out there that do it too. I'm just using a sticky note on the wall. This is your daily reminder. Don't let your I want to's turn into I can'ts. Have an amazing weekend. I will check in with you tomorrow.